Shalom, everybody. This is Bishop Foreman. I pray and trust that you're having an awesome day. Listen, so many people enjoyed the relationship revolution tip that I shared via video through social media. I wanted to go ahead and do another one. Listen, you keep liking and sharing it. I'll keep producing content that helps you to change your life. That's the heartbeat of everything that we do, is about changing lives. And so listen, today I want to talk about when relationships have a vitamin C deficiency. Remember, a relationship is any kind of connection between one person and another person, one organization and another organization, one organization and a person. So don't just think of relationships in the romantic sense. Think of them in the more broad sense. And watch this, when in our natural bodies there's a vitamin C deficiency, you can run into sicknesses and illnesses, etc. In fact, sometimes when you're ill, they'll tell you to take vitamin C because it's going to strengthen your immune system. Well, guess what? That natural occurrence gives us a spiritual principle. When there are vitamin C deficiencies in relationships, you're going to run into some issues. And watch this. Not only is the relationship not going to be healthy, check this out. You won't be either. So what's going to happen is you're going to walk around, you're going to have an attitude, you're going to have issues, you're going to be mad, you're going to be frustrated, etc., 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 because there's a vitamin C deficiency. So here's dose number one. 5 doses I want to give you. The vitamin C you got to have in every relationship. Number one is Christ. If Christ is missing from that relationship, you're going to have issues. How can people give you what they don't have? Bishop, what do you mean? If God is love, how can people in a relationship give you love if they don't have God? They can't give you what they don't have. So if they don't have God, they can't give you love. So if Christ is missing, that's a deficiency of vitamin C. Number 2 is character. Character now is very important because at the end of the day, if you can't trust who you're in a relationship with, that's going to be an issue. If you can't trust what a person says, that's going to be an issue. Character is who a person really is. Reputation is what people think a person is. So character is the reality of how that person does. Do they do what they say they're going to do? Are they honest? Are they trustworthy? If they tell you A, can you count on A, or do you have to go verify it? If that's missing, you're going to have some issues there. Number 3, chemistry. Does the relationship have chemistry? You know, Amos 3:3 talks about how can two walk together unless they be agreed. Is there chemistry? Now watch this. If there's not a good chemistry, bad mixtures in natural chemistry can result in an explosion in the lab. So it's the same thing. Some people, think of like oil and vinegar. Oil and vinegar are awesome. They're great. When you mix them together, you get a vinaigrette, you have awesome salad. Here's the issue, is that once they begin, watch this, over time, they separate, because they're just not meant and developed to go together. So when there's turmoil, when they're shaking, they come together and it looks great. But over time, they begin to separate because there's no chemistry between the two. If chemistry is missing, you're going to have issues in relationship. 2 more, competency. Does the person have the competency and the ability to give me what it is that I'm looking for out of the relationship, and do I have the competency to give it to them? Sometimes we get angry for people, but they don't have the competency nor the capacity to give you what it is that you're looking for. Jesus gives us a powerful principle. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, if a person doesn't love themselves, they can't love you. So they don't have the competency to give you that because they don't give it to themselves. Finally, contributor. This is the final dose of vitamin C. Contributor. Is the person you're in a relationship with, whatever the relationship type is their contribution? Or is it that you're always giving, and they're never replenishing? Because if that's what's happening, you're constantly making deposits, but there's withdrawals rather, but there's no deposits, you're going to run into some issues with your relationship. Vitamin C, you need all 5 of them. Have a relationship revolution. This is Bishop Foreman. Talk to you real soon.